When I think of LucasArts, I think of all of those popular famous 90s and early 2000s games, like Space Wizard RPG, Space Wizard RPG 2, Big Team Battle, Emo Space Wizard, Angry Emo Space Wizard, and most importantly, Dumbass with a Whip. But what if I told you LucasArts produced a game that had nothing to do with their movie licenses that is arguably a forgotten gem? No, I'm not talking about the classic Zombies Ate My Neighbors or even Metal Warriors. I'm talking about the dark-humored, satirical, third-person shooter adventure game Armed and Dangerous. Armed and Dangerous is a third-person shooter adventure comedy with a pretty standard fantasy plot. The main character who you play as, Roman, is the leader of a bunch of rogues called the Lionhearts. Their goal is to pull off the most impressive heist ever, stealing the Book of Rule. As the beginning of the game explains, the Book of Rule is an object that has 4 main attributes: a large printed work with pages bound on one side, an object that can be stepped on to reach higher areas, a book often used to step on flowers, and, least importantly, especially to the story's plot, the world's greatest magical artifact that offers its user supreme power. As a perceptive fellow may be able to tell, this game is pretty satirical. This man, the evil King Forge, rules over the magical land of whatever the fuck this place is called, and wants to have the Book of Rule. And I mean, who can blame him? Someone his stature needs all the help he can get reaching for higher areas.
Has the peasant spoken yet?
Not yet, sire.
What torture have you performed on him?
Well, alright. We started off by removing that guy's tongue, right? But he still hasn't said a word!
So, over the course of the game, our characters turn from executing a heist to helping a rebellion overthrow a tyrannical king in the funniest, most absurd, and humorous way possible. While the story may seem generic at best, it is the characters during the cutscenes that are really fun to watch. The Lionhearts are composed of 4 rogues: Jonesy, the Scottish insecure mole; Q, the lovable talking robot who's addicted to tea; Rexus, the blind old wizard; and the fearless main playable character Roman, who's just about as normal as you can get in this game. Now, while the gameplay, which will be discussed in just a minute, can be fun sometimes, the main attraction to this game will be the cutscenes and how the characters interact with the story beats. The dialogue and cutscenes are completely hilarious and cleverly written, like in this example.
He's freezing. We gotta warm him up or he'll die.
No problem. Here's a little trick I learned back in Kalios during the Lyme-Dixon War.
Oh, good idea, mate.
What?
I've seen this done before. He'll split open the dead beast's stomach and stick Rexus amongst the warm entrails. Should keep him warm for at least a day.
Right, I'll be off here vomiting.
No, that's not necessary. Just stick it in there.
Absolutely brilliant. I should warn that a few of the jokes are a little culturally insensitive, specifically to French and German folks, but if you don't mind a little bit of the couldn't be made today type of humor from like a Monty Python or Mel Brooks movie, you'll be laughing your ass off every 15 minutes when not interrupted by the actual game itself. The gameplay in this game is about above average. There's a decent amount of variety in the levels, with about 21 levels that range from linear shooting galleries, hostage rescuing, flying around while destroying shit, and the most original concept ever, turret defense levels. Actually, the turret defense levels do kind of let you move around on rails, which was kind of a unique twist, but that's beside the point. While none of these types of levels are necessarily new to the shooting genre, it is a good time nevertheless. The general combat loop is pretty standard. You walk around, shoot enemies, and they randomly drop health, ammo, and grenades that you need to take on more enemies. For some reason, it sounds really similar to another game I've played. The enemy AI ranges from brain-dead zombies to outstanding marksmen, which, while generally bad game design, kinda plays into the satirical nature of the game, even if it's unintended. While the story isn't on a Cyberpunk 20 Witcher 3 depth, nor is the gameplay innovative as Doom, it makes up for this in the humor factor. This game excels in its humor in a Monty Python type in style. The humor is so integrated in this game as it is not just presented through the story, characters, and dialogue, but also in the gameplay. Just for example, as this is a third-person shooter, you shoot a lot of things. Constantly. As you shoot a lot of things, there's plenty of variety in how you shoot said things. All the stereotypical shooter staples are here. An SMG, a bolt-action rifle, a sniper rifle, a rocket launcher with arc, etc., etc. They are all fun to play with and are balanced pretty well. However, the best thing this game gives to society from its weapon selection at least, is the shark gun. Yes, you heard me right, shark gun. Before all of the overdone CGI shark ridiculousness movies, there was this shark gun, and by God, if this isn't a good enough reason to go through the repetitive nature of this game's combat, I don't know what is. I have never seen a shooter with the similar experience of shooting a shark out of a gun and watching it devour your enemies as they scream in horror right in front of you in the most hilarious way possible. In conclusion, for a story that serves its purpose, expertly written humor, above par gameplay, but an overall fun experience, this game gets a 7 out of 10. For those of you who are gamers and appreciate and enjoy the comedy of the 80s to early 2000s, I wholeheartedly implore you to pick up this game. $6 for some basic gameplay with well-written humor is well worth your money, especially considering some of the games on the market that are $60 whole dollars. If any of y'all have played this game, what do y'all think of it? If you end up playing this game, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet, I'd appreciate it if you hit that red button called the sub button, or at least I think that's what it's called. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for making it to the end of this video again. I have a couple quick announcements regarding the future of the channel that I'd like to make. First off, I want to give a big thanks to Eldon Solo and his service on this channel. He was one of the best editors I could have asked for, and this will be one of the last videos he will have ever helped with for the foreseeable future. Go check him out on his links down below in the description. Don't sweat, his replacement's here, ready, and even doing this segment right here, mostly in comp. I guess you should go check him out as well, I suppose, it wouldn't hurt. Secondly, this semester, for me at least, has been really crazy, and I've struggled to keep up with making these videos, streaming somewhat consistently on Twitch, working almost full time, and doing school all at the same time. So with all that being said, I will be taking a month off, no video release in May. This will allow me to put forth the maximum effort needed for my next official video, as well as start the prep cycle for videos after that, as I don't have any other projects on the back burner yet. I do have a couple video ideas for videos I'll be doing this year. Doom Eternal DLC content, Battlefield 6, Halo Infinite, Call of Duty World War II whenever they come out, of course. But besides that, I'm somewhat undecided on the future of this channel. If you have any suggestions for games or anything that you'd like to see me review, please post your suggestions down below. It's been a blast making these videos, and I appreciate all the support and watch times, subscribes, and likes that we've gotten so far. I'd appreciate any sharing of these videos that you do with friends or family, as I would love to do this in the future and possibly make more than one video a month if I can ever justify it. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see ya in June.